Welcome to Q Dads, I'm Ben, and yes, we're back once again with Futurama, bringing you our breakdown and review, and wow, oh wow, did Christmas come early, with episode 6 titled, I Know What You Did Next Xmas. It's safe to say Futurama is back on the nice list with this episode. It had me chuckling all the way through, with lots of hidden details and references. I genuinely think this Xmas episode rivals the one way back in season 2, so grab some milk and cookies and let's unwrap this episode.
Cookie.
The episode opens up with an almost jolly mood, which is weird, seeing as Xmas isn't the nicest time of year in Futurama. The team even give us a nod back to episode 3 with lots of stockings for Nibbler's worms. It's great to point out here as well that Amy's stocking also has 3 additional smaller stockings for her new children. We see a card to Bender with the title of the episode coming into play, stating I know what you did next Xmas. I think straight from the offset, with these little details and movie references, we knew we were going to be in for a good episode. The happy times soon end though, as Leela and Fry start to ready the defences, but with festive razor wire known as razor lights. As Bender slides the fireplace metal door into place, we get a quick jib of him saying this will work, unless Robo Santa drops down the chimney and blows it up, which is a great nod back to season 2, episode 8. We then move on to a family-friendly movie. There's an Xmas for everyone, where we see the return of Kwanzaabot and Hanukkah Zombie. Kwanzaabot here being voiced by Coolio, who sadly passed away in 2022. I think it's great the team were able to use his lines and even get a special scene at the end. More on that later. We then relive the fable tale of how Robo Santa was created and turned evil. I really like how they built up on the story of Robo Santa, giving us some extra details like the naughty and nice Chrome processor. I also love the advert for Mom's Blood Remover, but with an Xmas scent. Also, this was followed by one of the best lines of the episode.
Sorry, kids. I never wanted you to know Santa was real.
Professor Farnsworth then decides enough is enough and brings back the time machine last seen in season 6. The professor now declares he's fitted a reverse gear, a nod back to the crisis from that episode. Futurama team here are clearly reminiscing on old times as the professor tells them that he'll go alone, not to cause any issues in time, like being one's own grandfather. Farnsworth attempts to go back in time and fix Robo Santa, not before running over a time cat.
Damn it! I backed over Mrs. McGillicuddy's time cat.
And reversing all the way through time, again another nod back to season 6, where they had to go all the way forward in time to get to the past. A noticeable detail here is that we see a glimpse of Matt Groening's Netflix show Disenchanted, which firmly cements that show in the Groening universe. Following the return of the professor, and after cracking Zoidberg's foot, he declares a week's holiday for everyone, prompting a line by Fry.
It'll be my first happy Xmas since I got frozen and never saw my family again.
That really makes you think how everyone Fry loved is dead. And I love when Futurama team drop lines like this, breaking the illusion of happiness just for a second before Fry promptly moves on. We then get a lovely montage of all the team enjoying their Xmas holiday, with each person somehow making some form of a turducken, also known as a 3-bird roast, or Turdolphin. I don't think we have an alternative name for this one. Throughout the montage, we have loads of little details, like Hermes and his family all participating in limbo, the Wong family being rude, and the best scene by far with Leela and her family creating asbestos angels. We then cut back to Bender and Zoidberg as they're left alone with no friends or family. Bender is reluctant to spend the evening with Zoidberg, but a bucket of dumpster nog is all that's needed to start a new beautiful friendship, with the two of them getting drunk on the fumes alone. The two then decide they should kill good Robo Santa to stop all the others from having a good Xmas. They both head back to capture Robo Santa and hang him up on an old meat hook. Robo Santa promptly escapes, with Bender throwing the time machine at Robo Santa and destroying it. I think this is almost the team's way of saying we're done with time travel for a while, especially with the time-related shenanigans being involved in the previous end of Futurama. The two accidentally kill Santa and go on a montage of trying to hide his body, telling the police that they're just dumping waste in the river.
That's with the bloated floater. I admit it. We murdered...
Just dumping some toxic waste, officers.
If you hadn't clocked it before, this is clearly where the title comes in, with a parody from I Know What You Did Last Summer. As we check back with the rest of the team enjoying their break, we get to see all of them preparing their meals. I thought the scene with the professor 3D printing his turducken was brilliant. So relevant today as everyone seems to be 3D printing everything. The Futurama team love references to old episodes as Fry visits Leela's parents and meets her grandmother. He tells her that she's the Rose of the Sewer, and an obvious note here to the land Titanic. We cut back to Zoidberg and Bender as they decide how to hide Robo Santa's body, Zoidberg even declaring it a nightmare before Xmas. And as we come to an end, the team all gather, wanting to celebrate with Bender and Zoidberg after they realise. We get a nice little scene with all the Turduckens and Turdolphin on the table. As the team celebrate and look forward to their visit from Santa, it's revealed he's still evil and the Professor merely turned the processor the wrong way. Again, with another use of the Fry intelligence scale.
I've made a complete fry of myself.
We then get our little twist in this episode as the team looks doomed. Who shows up but Bender and Zoidberg from the past? And it's revealed that the two went forward in time and captured Robot Santa, inadvertently saving the day. Bender's annoyed at Zoidberg, saying you went forward, which prompts him to reply with,
You idiot! You didn't take us to last Xmas, you took us to next Xmas, meaning this Xmas!
Damn it, Bender, I'm a doctor, not a time machine guy.
which is obviously a reference to Star Trek. Thinking all is well, Bender asks who was blackmailing him, only to find out that it was actually Robo Santa. And he wasn't blackmailing him because of the murder, but merely because he was friends with Zoidberg. As the episode ends, we get a Futurama homage to Coolio as he delivers the 12 Days of Xmas rap. It's nice here just to see that homage to Coolio. Great way to end the episode. So overall, I think it's pretty clear to see that I absolutely thought this episode was brilliant. My only issue is, I wish this had been released closer to Christmas. But this will definitely be going on my list of Xmas parodies I watch each year. Let me know your thoughts of the episode. Was it a Nightmare Before Christmas or a Christmas present come early? Were there any references that you spotted that I missed? Let me know in the comments if so. And right, I'm off to give it another watch. And as always, catch you next time with something new.